individuals who are graduating this evening and moving on to high school next year. Graduates, this year I am proud to serve as your superintendent principal, but I am equally proud to have served as your teacher, as I had 8 of you as students in 5th grade and 3 of you for 2 years as 4th graders. Layla, wise, distinguished, and kind. Your intellect and creative talents are truly remarkable, and they will take you far. From your written works, pure wit, and theatrical feats, thank you for sharing your incredible gifts with us. With your parents, Francis and Alan, and the entire Vega clan here, I am proud to honor you. Delia, driven, confident, thoughtful. Thank you for being a leader and showing great determination in all you do. If there was ever a class project to start or a sports game to win, you were always there, brimming with ideas, ready to get things moving. You are dependable and amazing. With your parents, Carrie and Roger, and a more fan club here tonight, I'm so proud to honor you. Ezekiel, selfless, courageous, courteous. You taught me that there are many ways to learn. I can't wait to see you play high school football. Your optimistic outlook on life is inspiring, and I will miss your bright smile in these hallways. With your parents, Janaea and Calvin, I'm so proud of you. Mackenzie, brave, tearful, and kind-hearted. Joining us in 4th grade was hard as you had to make new friends, but that did not stop you from jumping right in, unafraid to try new things. Thank you for being thoughtful and helpful and looking out for everyone. With your parents tonight, I am so proud to honor you. McLean, caring, fun, and thoughtful. You have a sincere friendliness that brightens any room. I was always amazed how you could visualize math in your head and loved watching you play sports. Thank you for sharing your positive energy with us. With your parents, Nicole and Tim, here tonight, I'm so proud to honor you. Kiani, intelligent, kind, and resilient. You taught us what it means to care for each other and always kept us laughing. With your determination and fearless spunk, there's nothing you can't do. And I will be anxiously awaiting your tales from your world travels one day. With your whole family here today, I'm so proud to honor you. Sophia, a quiet, dynamic strength, creative and humble. You have a keen perception of the world around you and a beautiful, courageous spirit. Thank you for your leadership. With your parents, Jackie and Angel, and all your relatives here today, I'm so proud to honor you. Brady, gentle, kind, and talented. Although only having joined us in 7th grade, you are a natural thread in the fibers of this class. Thank you for sharing your music and humor and brilliance with us. With Sarah, Tim, John, and more of your family here today, I am so proud to honor you. Ariel, strong, confident, thoughtful. You joined us in 7th grade, settling into new friendships, and I have loved getting to know you this year. You are a beautiful artist and passionate defender of justice. I know you have big dreams, and I'm rooting for you every step of the way. With your parents, Terry and Nikolai here today, and other family members, I am so proud to honor you. Cameron, intelligent, brave, and kind. You formed loyal friendships, faced new challenges, and your talents are just unfolding. It can be hard to join a new school in 8th grade, and even though it was only a year, you will always have a home and a basketball court at Belleview. With your dad, Billy, your brother, Alicia, and Bonnie, and other family members here today, I am so proud to honor you. Holly, smart, fun-loving, genuine. You also joined us in 7th grade, and what a wonderful addition you were to our school. You filled every space with your beautiful smile and cheerful spirit. I know what a good friend you are to so many here and how much you will be missed. With Lindsay, Steve, and more family members here today, I'm so proud to honor you. Alexander, intelligent, considerate, a peaceful friend. You see the good in the world and you share goodness out to everyone. You are a deep thinker and your creative talents are such a powerful tool for learning. I loved getting to know you this year. And with your parents, Dion and Daniel, I'm so proud to honor you. Will, creative, smart, and gentle. You reminded us that there are many ways to know and to see one another. With your warm and observant presence, you complete the class. With your family here today, we are so proud to honor you. As our kids grow up, we feed many of their extrinsic needs: food, sleep, rewards, more recess, as we present them with new learning. But we are also nurturing their intrinsic needs, which are based on altruistic ideals. Altruism is when we act to promote someone else's welfare or a selfless sense of service. So when we see the development of intrinsic motivation to succeed and altruistic ideals in our students, that's how we know they've progressed. A sign of maturing into recognizing that they want to provide a service or strive for excellence without any expectation of reward. At this stage, it's beginning to blossom. It's in you always. But this transition to high school helps them practice it in a larger arena, then practice it in their community, and eventually the world at large. This is what we hope you have developed, a sense of empowerment to better yourselves and serve meaningful paths in this ever-changing world. Tonight, we honor their journey through elementary and middle school as they prepare for the next stage of academic, athletic, and creative pursuits. Some of them are going on to become Sonora Wildcats. Some are going on to become Somerville Bears. But no matter what they go on to accomplish in their path, they will always be a Bellevue Eagle. So tonight, we give you your eagle wings and wish you the very best in your bright futures.
We traditionally have a through the years speech for those who have been here for a long time, like me, who's been here for 10 years straight. Let's start with preschool. Delia and I are the only remaining students from preschool. I remember this wooden house thing, and there was lots of stuffed animals and toys. I remember this one time it was raining and we played outside and jumped in puddles. When we went back inside, we all had to call our parents to pick us up because our clothes were soaked. Then this one time, I went to the eye doctor after school, and the next day, I went up to Delia and I said, The doctor turned my eyes to black.
Kindergarten was the first year I spent at Belleview, and Miss White was our teacher. I had just moved to Sonora over summer, and I was very nervous. I remember doing many different projects throughout the year. One I remember was when we had to raise caterpillars until they turned into butterflies. We also did some projects for the holidays. We did a St. Patrick's Day project where we had to make leprechaun traps, then leave them out overnight to see if we caught one in the morning. But we were surprised to see when we walked in, and the whole room was totally wrecked. Everything was knocked over, and there were green footprints on the table. Then we had to clean it up after. Yeah, none of us really liked that part.
First grade was one of my favorite years because I remember it being really good and fun. Miss Stark was our teacher and she was amazing. She taught us to read, add, and subtract. My favorite part of first grade was when we raised baby chicks and we got to hold them. I remember sitting on the carpet, Ginger Juice, student of the week, and also counting how many days left of school we had. Thank you, Mrs. Stark, for being an amazing teacher.
In second grade, we welcomed Mrs. Brule to the school. I remember learning how to subtract big numbers and working really hard on AR points. We made incredible book reports, and best of all were the Zumba dance breaks.
Third grade was another great year. Our teacher was Miss Walker, who sadly moved away a couple years after. We worked hard to memorize our multiplication facts and write in full paragraphs. I also remember doing a special project we did. In the middle of the year, we raised baby salmon eggs. After the salmon eggs hatched, we took them to Knights Ferry River and released them into the wild. After that, we hiked around the town and explored the museums.
In fourth grade, some of us had Miss Portillo in a combination class with fifth graders, and we had Miss Goggins for math. I remember reading novels together and also doing the Gold Trek in Columbia. We also got to do the Wax Museum. I was Babe Ruth. I remember that at the end of the day, Miss Portillo would play a song called the State Song, and we would clean the classroom to it while singing our states and capitals. My favorite thing from fourth grade was when Miss Portillo would give us fake money and we would auction to buy things in a class auction. It was also the first time we got to be on the upper playground.
In fifth grade, we had Mrs. Portillo. We did a bunch of projects like building lunar landers for an egg drop and writing mystery stories. I remember doing reading buddies with the first graders, and I remember snowboarding at Dodge Ridge for the first time. We learned to play ukuleles, then right after, we went on a roller skating field trip in March. School had to close when the COVID pandemic got really bad, and we finished the year online. I remember zooming into class each morning and doing our morning meeting on Google Docs.
Sixth grade was the year we finally went back to school after COVID. We had online school until early October, then we went back to real school. We needed to wear masks and check our temperatures every time we walked into another class. I don't think any of us really liked wearing masks, but we got used to it. We didn't really get to do any field trips, but we still did a couple fun things in our classes. In math with Miss Goggins, we created a town and it was called Volumeville. We made it completely out of paper and tape, and it lasted the whole school year. In ELA with Miss White, we'll remember reading Percy Jackson and Hatchet and doing the Pyramid Project in social studies. And we'll always remember having our first chance to play in middle school sports with Coach K.
Seventh grade was by far the best school year I've ever had. I just remember it being incredibly fun and a really easy year. My favorite part by far were the PAT times we had. That means preferred activity time, which is where we would go on the field and do whatever we wanted to. Some other memories I liked were spike ball, the winter dance, science class, the potluck, and pretty much everything that happened that year.
In eighth grade, our homeroom teacher was Mrs. Hoyt, and our first field trip was the trip to the Van Gogh exhibit. It was fun because while we were waiting to go inside the building, we were making people honk their horns. Our next field trip was the Newsies play, and my favorite two memories is this one time we finished math early and everyone started making slime, and also movie day in Mr. Glazier's class. We also welcomed Mr. Voigt to Bellevue this year, and we'll always remember the fun projects that he had set up for us. Then there was the eighth grade field trip. We went to Six Flags, and the bus ride there and back was fun. We all split up into groups, and my group went to the bumper cars and a few other rides.
Through the years, we have had incredible experiences and support along the way. We'd like to thank our teachers for giving us the best middle school experience we could have asked for. We'd like to thank our friends for being there to support us through rough times, and we'd also like to thank our families for always being there throughout these years of school.
guess we're okay. Twist my umbrella till it's inside out. Hand you a bouquet of rain. Say, oh, baby, please take a drink. Did I shout or think I could save you this way? Then you looked in my eyes and said, how dare you love me when you should despise me? You should be scared of me. It seems that that's what it means when somebody needs you. Meet in the middle like pistols at dawn. Turn our backs, who's counting pace? When the smoke clears, are we friends or strangers again? Just a familiar face. Well, aren't we us sharing pronouns now? So how could we separately heal? God, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Could someone tell me how to feel? So watch your step or you'll trip and fall right out of luck. Be the first one to turn round, say, alright, push up. It seems that that's what it means when somebody needs you. So we come and we go, we know and are known. Too many people to trust. It seems to me what we want and we need are the same, and that's someone who'll worry about us till death do us part. Please keep breaking my heart till it ceases to be. Please be mine. It seems that that's what it means when somebody. Oh, oh, oh. So if love conquers all, then all else must have failed. I mean, who wants to fall? Can't we just take the stairs? It seems that that's what it means when somebody needs you. It seems that that's what it means when somebody needs you.
Last year, the 8th graders started a tradition of making a prediction about what our friends might be doing in the future. We came up with some fun ideas of our own. So here they are. Alex, a secret agent. Ariel, a nail tech. Oh. Brady, a Wendy's employee. Cameron, a football star. Delia, a doctor. Ezekiel, a cop. Holly, a teacher. Keone, a veterinarian. Layla, an actor. McLean, a billionaire. Sophia, an author. Mackenzie, a professional TikToker.
Hello, I'm McLean Solis.
And I'm Cameron Walker.
Each year, the 8th grade class raises money to gift Bellevue School something to remember us by.
This year we sold gummy bear popcorn and it was a hit.
With these new funds, we are able to purchase a new mural for the Bellevue campus created by my mom, Nicole Solis.
She painted the cool mural on the wall of our classroom a few years ago.
Now she is going to paint us a new mural that all of the Bellevue students and staff will be able to enjoy. Thank you, Mom.
Hello, my name is Alexander.
And I'm Ezekiel. We are here to present our 8th grade class plaque.
If you're wondering what the plaque is, it contains a list of our names for the school to keep so that our class will always be remembered.
After we graduate, it will remain in the office for the next year to be displayed for the next classes.
Then it will be moved to the cafeteria and it will remain there permanently with all the other previous class plaques at Bellevue.
We would like to say thank you for listening and allowing us to truly become an everlasting memory of Bellevue School.
Lions Club. We are the largest service organization in the world. We have more Lions Clubs in more countries than even are in the United Nations. And it's a wonderful club to belong to, and our Sonora Lions Club is 101 years serving Tuolumne County. The award is being presented by the Sonora Lions Club to recognize an 8th grade student who has exhibited exceptional effort, diligence, and perseverance to improve his or her academic standing. This award is not meant to be for an A student, but for an average student who has impressed teachers and his or her commitment to improvement.
Would Sophia Oliveira join us, please? Sophia is truly a stellar student who is not only a rising star, but a brilliant shining star. She is involved in practically every extracurricular activity at our school, including student council, wrestling, volleyball, basketball, cross-country, track. Not to mention that she is the editor of our school newspaper, the Eagle Eye. And she completed in the countywide robotics challenge last year, almost bringing home the trophy to Bellevue. I can't say enough about Sophia's dedication to her schoolwork, always trying her best and never letting anything slip through the cracks. She pays attention to every detail and cares a great deal about her academic success. I can't talk about Sophia without mentioning that she is a superb artist as well. I will find special artwork hiding on her academic papers that always bring a smile to my face and a warmth to my heart. A peek in her drawing journal is a treasure to behold. I have no doubt that Sophia will continue to excel in everything she does throughout her life. I know she will shine brightly in high school and beyond. I have been very lucky to be her teacher, Mrs. Hoyt, 8th grade teacher. Sophia?
It is our pleasure to give you a gift certificate for $100 to spend as you please.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. And congratulations, Sophia. Our first award recipient for the President's Education Silver Award goes to Holly Reese. President's Education Gold Awards first recipient, Sofia Olivaria. Alexander Williams Rodriguez. Layla Vega. Delia Peterson. And now I'd like to, in just a moment, bring up our valedictorians.
Good afternoon, family and friends of the graduating class of 2023. My name is Delia, and I am honored to be one of this year's valedictorians. I'm also happy to share the title with Layla Vega.
Thank you, Delia. You know, these years have gone by so fast. It seems like only yesterday I was eating pebbles and crayons, and now we're here, and we have many people to thank for that.
First off, I would like to thank my parents for always supporting me. I would also like to thank Mrs. Hoyt for always sticking with our class, even though we were pretty bad at times. Thank you to my friends for always being there for me.
And I would like to thank my parents for always supporting me in my endeavors. I would like to thank my sister for always listening to all that happens. I would like to thank my friends for always laughing at my silly jokes, even if they weren't funny, and being there. Finally, thank you to my teachers for teaching me just so many things. I truly would not be here without them.
We've had so many experiences at this school that will last a lifetime. We've faced many challenges. Last year, the valedictorians, Sawyer and Melissa, said that they had the hardest middle school experience out of all of the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I disagree. I think we had the hardest experience. COVID was just starting when we were in 5th grade, and we shut down in March, and started middle school totally online. We really got screwed because we didn't know what was expected of us, and it might have just been me, but I don't think anyone did any of their assignments. We pushed through, and the next year we had one of the best school years ever.
Throughout all of the chaos, this year we were still able to go on many field trips. We went to the Celtic Fair to see Newsies at Mountain Youth and Community Theater, Yosemite, and of course our 8th grade trip to Six Flags.
We had many different classes throughout the year. Of course, we had the classes that stayed the same, like math, history, English, and science.
Math was with Mrs. Hoyt. She always tried her best to make sure we were understanding the concepts we were learning, and she never gave us homework because she was really nice and awesome.
English with Mr. Glazer was easily one of the most entertaining classes. From stick day to eating in class in front of everyone else, there was never a dull moment when you stepped in the doors. And nobody can forget about the CB. If you know, you know.
We had history with whether we were launching rockets or competing for candy, Mr. Boyd always made sure to keep science class fun. He always had fun games for us to play on the computer, and he was never too strict with the rules.
We had history with Mrs. Hoyt, and it was more fun than any history class pretty much ever. We learned about American history, and because there are so many movies about that topic, we watched them. Mrs. Hoyt is such an amazing teacher, and I'm so glad we got her for 2 subjects.
We also had our electives. Journalism, yearbook, art, music, robotics, and construction were all electives we got to be involved in throughout the year. As well as these classes, we had student council every Monday. As Delia was the president, I think it would make more sense for her to tell you about that.
We had student council every Monday where we planned school events and fundraisers. Some of the things we did included dances, bagel day, and everyday things like putting up the flag and changing the marquee in front of the school. Our student council was made up of many outstanding students who always made sure to set an example for the younger grades. The most dedicated students chose to run for office, and we ended up with Layla as our vice president. We also had 7th grade Serena as our secretary and Jackson as our treasurer.
And now we'd like to thank our classmates for always being there. You all have something that stands out about you that we will never forget. Kiani, thank you for always being blissfully unaware.
Sophia, thank you for always being true to yourself.
Delia, thank you for always being a voice of reason.
Holly, thank you for always making silly little jokes.
Cameron, thank you for always making class entertaining.
Mackenzie, thank you for always keeping us informed on anything and everything.
Ariel, thank you for always having an open ear.
Layla, thank you for giving me an academic challenge.
McLean, thank you for always lightening the mood.
Ezekiel, thank you for asking for movies, even though we all knew we wouldn't get one.
Brady, thank you for never letting us know your next move.
Alexander, thank you for asking questions that make us ponder the fundamentals of human existence.
Thank you to Mrs. Hoyt. You are the best teacher I think I've ever had. Throughout the year, we were loud, disruptive, and sometimes downright disrespectful. But through all of that, you stuck with us.
Thank you, Mrs. Hoyt, for everything you've done for our class. You made sure class was entertaining, and you always let us have a say in stuff. We are truly going to miss you.
With that, though, I think we've said enough. It truly has been a wonderful year, and I'm going to miss all of the wonderful times we've had together.
Thank you all for coming. It's been an amazing experience at Bellevue. Now I can't wait to see what Mrs. Hoyt says about us.
After 30 years in education, let's give her a round of applause.
You know I'm legendary for my tears, so I'll try to get through this. But anyway, yeah, there's something really special about being in an 8th grade classroom for a whole year, I'll tell you. We learn a lot about each other, and it's really family. Love it. Okay, I can't believe this day is finally here. My last class is graduating. As many of you know, I'm retiring after 27 years at Bellevue and 30 years of teaching. And this is truly my last class ever. I've known most of you since kindergarten. That is an amazing perk of being a Bellevue Eagle. We've been through a lot together, but I must admit this year has been one to remember. We are truly the last ones standing. I would like to say a bit about each of you and our time together. Let's start with Kiani. Little kindergarten Kiani has literally blossomed into a stunning rose. Your quick wit and sharp mind kept us entertained all year. You are so strong and determined. I know you will be a success in anything you put your mind to. But I would keep the screams to a minimum in high school. Believe in yourself. You've got this. Sophia, you are one of the hardest working, most dedicated students I've ever known. Your role as editor of our Eagle Eye newsletter was inspiring and brilliant. Not to mention your success in robotics and your dedication to every sport at Bellevue, including wrestling. Your artistic skills are so unique. I love the drawings you always included for me in your work and on our whiteboard. I know you will soar like an eagle in high school. Ezekiel, Zeke, you are such a good guy. Everything you do is considerate and caring. You are the student I can always count on to be ready to learn and to try your hardest. I know you are going to find great success in high school. When you become a famous football player, be sure and send me a couple tickets, okay? Delia. Wow, Delia, what can I say? You are such a superstar. You've got it all. I am so proud of you. You are an amazing student, a phenomenal athlete, and such a hard worker. You are going to the moon and back. I just know it. But remember to kick back and take a break every once in a while. Look for me on the slopes so we can catch up and take a run or two. Holly, I am so happy you came to Bellevue. Your comedic timing and photobombing skills are superb. You are a rock in our classroom that we could lean on. You always were holding it together when things got a little crazy. We knew we could look to Holly to say, everything's gonna be all right. Thanks, Holly, for always being there. Kenzie, it was so entertaining having you in class for the last 3 years. If you ever want to know anything that is going on, check with Mackenzie. You really pulled it together this year. I'm so proud of how you put your head down and succeeded in each and every subject. It was a true pleasure to see. Keep it up in high school. You will be great. Ariel, we've been through a lot this year. I am so glad you were able to keep it together and make it through to the finish line. I know it was not an easy journey for you. I really admire your ability to get it done. I know sometimes it seemed impossible, but you did it. Remember your affirmations. I am so proud of you. McLean, it's been a long journey since kindergarten. I can't believe the last Solis is graduating from Belleview. I taught all his brothers too. You are truly one of the happiest people I have ever met. You are definitely the heart of our class. We knew we could always count on you to keep us smiling and not let us get too serious about anything. It was always a good day when McLean was with us. Layla. Okay, I'll try not to get too sappy talking about you, Layla, but it will be difficult not to. You are one of those students who comes along once in a blue moon. Whether you become a famous actor on the stage, a brilliant lawyer in the courtroom, or wherever your path leads you, I will always feel honored to have been your teacher for 4 years of your life. Keep in touch. I can't wait to see the places you go. Cameron. Well, things certainly changed at Bellevue the day you walked into our door. Here you were, coming from a huge middle school in the valley to our little tiny school. I know it was a shock for you at first, but eventually, I think you'll agree it was a wonderful change of pace. You added a whole new dimension to our very small class that kept us on our toes each day. Your math skills are stellar, and I know the football team will be thrilled to have you on their side next year. I know you could do this. Brady Michael Warner. What a joy it has been to have you in our class this year. Your positive attitude is contagious, and your humor is subtle and compelling. I know you can do whatever you want to if you put your mind to it. I watched you push through to success this year with your schoolwork, your music, and your friends. Keep moving forward, and I hope to get a backstage pass to one of your concerts someday. Alex, what an exceptional student you are, Alex. Your success in math and robotics was thrilling to watch. In your quiet way, you were always willing to help a classmate with a difficult math problem or to teach anyone who wanted to learn the finer art of playing chess. Your sense of humor is so subtle and your laugh is contagious. You have been such a stellar student in our class. Will, I wish for you to find your path in high school. You have grown a lot in the last few years that you've been at Bellevue. The students and I have enjoyed seeing your progress and visiting with your exotic animals. Keep reaching for the positive in all you do. I can only wrap this up by saying how very much I will miss each and every one of you. In my favorite author, J.R.R. Tolkien's words, all we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us. Good luck making that decision and follow your feet.
The 8th grade class has arranged a special gift for you, Mrs. Hoyt. Delia and Layla, come on up.
Okay, so earlier in the year, I don't have anything written down, but earlier in the year, you might remember, we kind of destroyed a guitar. So we had an idea, and we did this.
I love it. Oh, look at that.
And we also got you flowers.
Iani Lima. Ezekiel Orweller. Holly Reese. Sophia Olivaria. I'd like to introduce our board president, Carrie Peterson, who will present the next 4 diplomas, including her own daughter as well. Mackenzie Roach. Ariel Schumann. McLean Solis. Delia Peterson. I'd like to introduce our board clerk, Jason Vassar, who will present the final diplomas. Layla Vega. Cameron Walker. Brady Werner. Alexander Williams Rodriguez. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you your graduating class of 2023. Graduates, please rise.
Life could be dreams. Life could be dreams. If I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, it up in the middle of the room. Oh, dip. A dip, oh, life could be a dream. If only all my precious plans would come true. If you would let me spend my whole life loving you, life could be a dream, sweetheart.